Welcome back to the Shine Within podcast. I have here Michelle Montes again. It's been so long since she's been on my show. I think we were in season one when she was first on there, and now we're in season three. So I'm excited. So she is a licensed cosmetologist with 2 decades of international experience in makeup and beauty. Known for her refined color sense and elegant artistry, she has worked with royal families, top designers, and been featured in publications like Vogue, Hello, and Marie Claire, and recently Bold Journey. Now based in the Bay Area, she offers curated makeup lessons and branding support tailored to each individual's features, lifestyle, and comfort. Welcome back, Michelle. You are my friend, and I am so excited to speak with you. It's been a long time since we've actually communicated. So,
Yes. Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you so much, Gina, for having me back.
yes.
It's been a journey for sure, but I've seen you grow so much, and I feel with me also, I mean, when the last time we talked, there have been so many changes that it's just beautiful to reconnect and talk about all the stuff we've been through.
Yes. Oh my gosh. So much has been going through our lives, and you are doing incredible work. You are all over
Thank
the
you.
place working with like top performers, artists, who I don't know, celebrities. I mean, royal family obviously is where you started. So I can just imagine where you're at now. So,
But
yes.
you have to hear the power of referrals, though. But remember, so the royal family, I did a wedding for the royal family over there in Rajasthan in, I believe, 2013. And I got a referral from them on Friday.
Wow.
After, I mean, this was 2013 and this is 2025. So,
Wow.
wow, you and I
Growth.
were speechless.
Yes, growth, growth, and growth. So for our
Mhm,
listeners who haven't heard that episode when we first
mhm.
connected, what inspired your journey into the world of beauty and makeup?
Oh, it's been a lifelong journey. As a kid, my coloring books were my most prized possessions. So each and every page I curated. I had
Yeah.
to think color schemes, and could be out of the lines. Everything had to be blended beautifully. And that just, as I grew, I was exposed to magazines, fashion magazines. And that was my entertainment. I wasn't, well, we didn't have cable TV. So this was my entertainment. So I would actually go through these books. And my mother was in the garment industry. She was exporting clothes. So I knew fashion wise, I didn't want to be in clothing because I was already oversaturated with looking at all of that. So my focus then shifted to makeup and just going through each and every look. We also had, I don't know if we have this here, but something called Fashion TV, where they would showcase makeup and clothes from all the runways across the world. Mostly, I believe it was Europe, but again, laser focused on that and going through all the makeup. So that's when in high school, I was like, I think I want to do this. And of course, I'm Indian. That was not going to be it. I was told you have to finish your graduation. You get to do whatever you want once you graduate. So I was still crazy. I ended up majoring in economics. I don't know why I did it. I cried my whole graduation years. It was so hard for me, but I did it. I went through it. I passed. I graduated. And then I'm like, okay, I am doing my cosmetology. That's when. And that's, again, did the whole shebang so I could just focus on makeup. It was,
That's
I guess,
amazing.
I just want to learn. Sometimes
Ye-
there is a lot of things you don't really, it's not directly related, but it just changes your worldview.
Yeah.
So,
Yes, it is true. It's crazy because literally we go into school, like we get pressured even from like our parents
hmm
and family members, like, oh
hmm
no, you need to do
hmm
this, especially in India.
hmm
Like my husband,
Oh,
he's Indian, right? So you're
yeah,
either a
yeah.
doctor or an engineer.
Exactly. Exactly. So it's like,
And then you like, wait a minute, this isn't aligned with my soul. Like I have a different calling, and then yours so
Uh-huh.
happened to be makeup artistry, which,
Yes.
oh my goodness, we need out there because when women are looking
Mhm.
good, they are
Oh,
feeling good and they have
oh yeah.
so much confidence. Now you're passionate. See what I can't even speak today. Tongue twister. No, you're passionate about helping women feel beautiful at
Hmm.
any age. Can you go
Oh
ahead and
yes.
share why it's so important to break that myth that makeup has an age limit?
Um, when you're younger, when you're in your teenage years, you're like, oh my God, makeup, that is an expression of yourself, your character, your personality. And as you get older, I feel the importance goes down. Yes, agreed. Your life changes, your focus changes. But I've heard and I've worked with a lot of women over 50 who are like, we learned to do makeup in our teenage years or early 20s. And we've been doing exactly that through the decades, and it just doesn't work anymore. I look like I'm trying to look like a 20-year-old, and I don't want to do that. So that's when they stop doing it because it's like it's too much. And in my opinion, it's not about following exactly, because with every decade, as you get older, everything changes. Your skin changes, your features change, your needs change, your focus changes, and you need to adapt with as you get older, and that's a fact. And but it's not that you have to stop altogether. You just have to tweak it. You just have to shift a little bit. And the whole trope, and I feel the makeup industry is also, I feel, is very focused on the 20-year-olds or the 30-year-olds. Now I am seeing a shift where you have influencers who are specifically focusing on older women. They're like, I'm older. I want to talk about how I can talk about makeup where it looks good on people my age. Because we've had so many decades of these 20-year-old influencers putting on makeup. And of course, makeup for the camera is different, which again, people don't realize. Even 20-year-olds don't realize when they're watching reels, when they're watching YouTubes. Everything is curated. You have your lighting, you have specific cameras, you have to have makeup a certain way that it shows up on camera. I am not going to do this much makeup on a daily basis, but yes, I will do it for the camera. So you have to kind of put yourself in that frame of mind that no, you don't need that much. You can tone it down, you can shift formulations, you can shift techniques. So you can, so that makeup still looks good. And focus on features. As we get older, I feel the lips need brighter color so that you're not so focused. A lot of times when you get older, you get these, which I have the same problem, is your eyes become more hooded. So when you open your eyes, nothing, your lid's not visible. So instead of trying to put on tons of makeup there and just to have it not visible, why not focus on the lips? You can define your lips. You can do a medium to a brighter color so that then the focus shifts. You have a soft eye, but a brighter lip. And I feel that just looks good.
It does. Oh my goodness. So I used to have dark eyes and dark lips when I was younger.
Again, because you're younger, you can carry it off.
Oh no, it didn't look good. I looked at some photos. I'm like, Gina, what were you thinking? This is before I learned how to do makeup.
Mm.
Like, what
That's
are
see
you
that
doing?
that was experimenting. That was you trying out
You're
stuff.
right. I was experimenting, and you're right.
Mm.
So I don't know if you know, but my eyebrows are
Mm.
tattooed,
Hmm.
cosmetically tattooed. Well, the lady,
Yes.
it wasn't a good place to go to, first off. She didn't do them properly. So
Mm.
I was born like with one, not a symmetrical face. One
Hmm.
face is completely different from the other. So I give shout outs to those who do have symmetrical faces. You are lucky because it's harder
Yeah,
to work on when
it's
you don't have symmetrical face. So one eye
agreed.
is a small, like smaller, more slanted than the
Hmm.
other. And so
Hmm.
the way she did my eyebrow, now that I'm getting older, it's like
Hmm.
changing and moving. I'm like, okay, I'm
Oh.
changing and moving, and I have to correct that. And normally it'd
Hmm.
be faded by now because I had them done maybe in 2013.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's still the
Oh,
color is still there. I mean, of course, I
and
color it
and
in.
I've done your makeup for your photo shoot, so I
Oh, that's
remember.
right.
Yeah.
You probably noticed it. Okay, it's
But
all
I didn't
uneven.
know. I
Oh,
didn't know
really?
it was
Okay,
done in 2013. So whatever ink
2013.
she used is really good.
Okay, good. Because I was like, oh my gosh, because you're right, my face
Hmm.
is changing as I'm getting older.
Hmm.
My eyes
Hmm.
are hooded, and especially if I have
Hmm.
sodium the night before, they are
Oh
shut.
yeah. Oh
They are
yeah.
So I had sunflower seeds yesterday, and they were not
Mm.
salted, no sodium, but I think they still
Mm.
had salt because they were roasted.
Mm. Oh
And my
yeah.
eyes were all puffy. I'm like, oh, that's why I got the non-sodium. But anyway, yes, our face does change as we get older, and our makeup techniques should be changing as well. Like for my mom,
Mm-hmm.
she's like, oh, I don't use foundation as much anymore. She
Mm.
just does like a natural cream, like a moisturizer tinted cream,
Mm.
and then
Hmm.
more of a dewy look. So she looks more
Exactly.
moisturized instead of more wrinkled.
Yes.
When she had her
Yes.
makeup done, this was a while ago, and the lady who did it, I'm like, she must thought my mom was maybe 20, even though she's 75
Oh
years
no.
old, because
Oh
her
no.
face was all caked and you can see all of her wrinkles
Mm.
everywhere. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
So
no, you
it's
have to. Yeah, no, no.
you're like, that's
Because
not gonna happen.
my oldest client has been, I believe, 92 years old.
Oh wow.
So yeah, that was for a family photo shoot. It was like all the women in the family, so generations. There were like four, five of them. So it was from a little baby to the grandmom. And no, you cannot be putting on a matte, even a satin foundation. You have to be selective in the areas you want to go in. You cannot have one even foundation all over the face. You have to differentiate in the amount you put, layman's term, the thickness. The layer that you put on cannot be even all through the face. You have to be more targeted, because otherwise you're just gonna, everything's gonna kick up. See, our face moves. It is meant to move. Makeup is not meant to go on and stay. It tends to move with the skin. If it didn't, we would be in trouble. Our skin would not be doing well, because there is permanent, not permanent, but waterproof makeup that does not, like, complete waterproof, which is meant to cover tattoos and things, which does not come off just with a regular cleanser. If you do that on the face, you're no, it's like an alcohol activated.
Yeah.
So no, we you have to think about what the skin needs at the time. And
Yes.
it also changes with the weather, where you're located, not just your age. So everything has to be taken into account.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah, during the winter
Hmm.
time, you need more moisturizer.
Hmm. You'd want to
Yeah.
add maybe oils.
Yeah.
Maybe in the winter, in the summers, if you get sweaty or you get oily at certain areas, you want to avoid putting oil in those areas, but certain areas need more. So you, again, skincare also, when you're thinking of makeup, your skincare also needs to be targeted along according to what it needs. So it's not one size fits for all. It's not that, okay, I am going to go in and put foundation. Does not mean you have that one color and that's it. Color, application, everything has to be customized for you. It cannot be one size fits all.
Yeah, everybody's different. Everybody's skin is
Hmm.
different. And that's what's
Yeah,
beautiful about it. And then we get to experiment, like what works best for our skin.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah. Now, you've taught over 1,500, is that correct?
Right. I've been doing this for 20
Oh my
years.
goodness, bridal
Like,
clients and countless
dating myself.
individuals.
Hmm.
Yes, how do you actually approach creating makeup lessons that feel
Mm.
authentic and empowering for each person?
Oh my God. So this, I still get a little pushback on this because I am not a believer. Now, this, again, I've been doing makeup and teaching makeup for about 15 years. I mean, doing makeup for 20 years, but I didn't start teaching till knew what I was talking about. Let's put it that way. I don't believe that if once you've learned, you can teach. You have to have that experience. Only then you can go and teach. So say about 12 to 15 years is what I've been teaching makeup. Initially it's like, okay, one look, you're good to go. But I realized the feedback I got, and that's not only my clients, but other people, other makeup artists clients also, that they're like, yeah, we took this makeup class, it was nice, I had learned, but I didn't follow through. And effectively now I'm back to what I used to do before I did that makeup class. So effectively it's you've kind of wasted your time, your money, and you didn't really change anything. So my belief is that you should, again, this, because people are like, no, I need just the one class and I will be good. It's not like that. Makeup is an art, okay? And like anything in life, you need to practice to get good at it. If you don't, it falls by the wayside. So I have created, it's more like a comprehensive one where I take 3 to 4 lessons because I want my clients, what they learn, to practice. Okay? Because only when you practice and you ask for feedback, so which my clients do when they send me photos, whenever they practice between lessons, they're sending me photos so I can give feedback. Because most of the times with people who, especially people who are not doing makeup on a regular basis, they do something and they're like, oh, it does not look good, there is something wrong, but I don't know what it is. So you have to learn to identify that, and only then can you get better, right? Think of it as an art class. You take one class, is that enough? Or do you want to continue doing it?
Right.
Drawing an apple. The first time is never going to be good. You will try it a few times till it actually looks somewhat like an apple. So that's what my theory is. And so when you keep, that's why it's not just, okay, I want to know how to do makeup. It's not a one class thing. It has to be a series of classes. I'm not saying you have to, do 10 hours worth of makeup lessons to be able to do that, but to get to a point where you're comfortable, where you're not overwhelmed and you're not questioning yourself as to if you're really doing it right, is what I want my clients to be at.
Yes, it is. It does take a lot of practice,
Mm-hmm.
like practice, practice, practice. I remember when I was
Mm-hmm.
trying to do my makeup and learn how to do it my with my face and
Mm-hmm.
my skin type. It was hard and discouraging and overwhelming. It was.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I
Mm-hmm.
had somebody like you to guide me and show me, like, hey, it doesn't have to be this difficult. It could be a very simple
Yeah. And
process.
everything, see, again, it's everything can be corrected. It is makeup. It's not permanent. We, and I see this with children. I mean, I have 2 kids of my own. So if something gets hard, your first instinct is to abandon it, right?
Yep.
But when you are in that space of, in your head, it's like, okay, no, this is practice. This is practice for me to get better. That's when you will actually put in the effort and follow through. Makeup has an ugly stage. And I also enjoy art, painting, and other forms. And it's the same case with painting, with artwork. Everything has an ugly stage. You have to kind of go through that to get to the really good part. I'll give you my example. When I was still studying makeup, and I really was obsessed with the smoky eye. It's like, I've got these big, beautiful eyes, and I want to do smoky makeup, smoky eye makeup. And I did it, I tried for quite a few months. And every time I was like, I'd stop halfway because it just looked like I got punched in the eye. Like, no, I don't know what's wrong, but I would abandon. The one time I was like, no, I have to, let me just reach the end. It's okay. Let me just, and you won't believe it. For me, it was till I put the eyeliner and mascara. I still look like I had been punched in the eye. But when I finished, I was like, oh, that actually looks really nice. So you have to get over the ugly hump to get to the other side.
So true. Now, you've said that makeup isn't just about appearance, it's about
Hmm.
confidence. Can you just
Mm.
go ahead and just take us through how you actually help your clients tap into that deeper sense of self through your own work?
I've actually had one of the speakers I worked with at a conference. She actually got me thinking about how my work, because again, as an Indian, we've always felt that makeup is a luxury. It's not necessary. It's not a need. It's just a want. Okay. So it's not necessary. That has always been in my brain. But I did this conference where we were doing makeup for speakers. And after she was on the stage, I spoke to her and she's like, "Oh my God, thank you so much. I felt so good. I felt so beautiful. That I felt when I was walking on the stage, I felt like I owned that whole room." That's when it hit me that it's not superficial. This is providing a valuable um, service to the person sitting in front of me because they're already overwhelmed, distracted, and I don't care how many times a person gets on the stage, they are still nervous before they do. And here I'm just talking about speakers, but photo sessions. I mean, if they're entrepreneurs, that's not their job. They're not models. They're not comfortable in front of the camera. You have to make them comfortable, right? So when you do that and they look so good that they can't stop looking at themselves in the mirror, that's a good sign because that's when they're like, wow, I can do this. And that gives them that confidence. And it's beautiful to see them just open up and yeah, flower blooming of okay, words are just getting but yeah, yeah, blooming like a beautiful flower. So
Yeah.
I love that. And you see that shift from when they sit in the chair initially till they walk out. You see that change in them, and then it's just so empowering.
It's like their posture even changes too.
It
They're standing
does.
up more straight, their
Mm,
shoulders are back, they're walking all sexy.
yes, exactly. It's so good to see that.
I remember I did my makeup recently and a little bit more because we were going
Hmm.
to my mom's birthday brunch
Hmm.
at a nice hotel. And I wore this dress, kind of like similar to this one, but it was green and it was very
Hmm.
long and flowy.
Ooh,
And then I looked in the mirror, I'm like, damn, I look good.
there you go. See, your whole demeanor changes when you just catch yourself with that. Ooh.
And my hair, I did my hair, it was all nice, like everything
Hmm.
was like all like nice and pretty. I was like, dang,
Hmm.
I look pretty damn good. So it does change your confidence for
Hmm.
sure.
Hmm. Hmm.
And it's good to give yourself that love. When you see yourself in the mirror,
Yeah.
just go ahead and point out a feature that you love about. And you're like, wow, I
Hmm.
have these beautiful lips or I have these beautiful, like almond
Yes.
shaped eyes. And then say something nice to yourself because I think so often we're just hating on ourselves. So be
Oh
kind
God,
to yourself. This
yes.
is just a reminder to my
Mm.
audience that I always talk about self-love, right? Be kind to
Mm.
yourself. You are beautiful. You
You,
are beautiful.
yeah, you
Makeup just
are.
enhances that beauty.
Hmm. Hmm. Also, another pointer. When you're done up, never go in close with the mirror.
Oh, yeah.
Whenever I give my clients the mirror, I'm like, distance. No one's going to be up in your face right here. You need that distance to be able to see. So let's just stick to the mirror here because yes, it is makeup. It is going to be it shows up on the skin when you're looking at it a few inches away. No, nobody's going to be 3 inches away from your face. So give yourself space to be able to appreciate the whole look.
Yeah, and what are some other beauty principles you believe every woman should know, regardless of like culture, age, or even background?
Mm, regarding makeup,
Yeah.
is skincare is everything.
Mm.
Your skin, your makeup will look good if your skin is happy. If the skin's unhappy, no amount of makeup, no variety, not even the most expensive is gonna do any good if the skin is not feeling good. So take care of your skin. There is nothing. that is actually anti-aging. So you can maintain your skin. You can never go backwards. So look after your skin. Whatever damage you do stays, unfortunately. So it doesn't go backwards. So whatever damage the sun does to your face, I'm just taking an example, it stays. It doesn't reverse. The sunscreen is of the utmost importance. um, in makeup specifically, clean tools.
Mm.
That's a big one because if your tools aren't clean, your makeup will never go on properly. You will end up with issues like acne and maybe fungal infections, red pink eye. So no. And if you're not sure if your tools are clean, your brushes are clean, fingers. Do your makeup with your fingers. Most of my makeup has been done with my fingers because my brushes are dirty and I don't clean them.
Takes time to
So
clean those things, huh?
it does, and I'd rather be cleaning my professional brushes rather than my own. So yeah, no, today's brush cleaning day. It will
Yeah.
it will happen, but I was like, I don't want to use my brushes, so fingers are good,
Yeah.
and yeah.
Yes, fingers are good. I actually use my finger for applying that,
Mm-hmm.
what do you call it? That
The
shadow,
shimmer.
shimmery shadow
Mm-hmm.
on my eyelid. And that one, I
Mm-hmm.
use my ring finger for that one, and it works wonderfully.
Exactly. It does.
It's the most cushiony one. So I just rub it on there and tap, 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 tap,
Yes.
and then
There's
blend, blend,
another
blend.
reason. There's another reason why you use your ring finger because it's the weakest finger in your hand. So
Is
you're
it?
not
I
putting
didn't
as
know that.
yeah, so you're not putting as much pressure around your eye. So eye
Ah.
makeup should always be done with the ring finger.
I guess my intuition told me to do so because I
Mm-hmm.
didn't know until you told me that is the weakest finger. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like gentle, I guess. Yeah.
Yes,
Oh my
least amount of pressure.
gosh. That is awesome. Now, for someone who is listening who may be feeling intimidated or disconnected from makeup, who maybe has never even tried it before, what would you say
Mm-hmm.
to help them reconnect with beauty in a way that feels natural and affirming?
I say start small. You don't have to do the whole shebang. No one needs 20 steps of makeup unless you enjoy it. If you enjoy it, go for it. It's exactly. It's
Me?
like for me, on a daily, I don't do full on makeup because who has the time or energy? This is for me. But if you, the days I do, when my kids were young, I used to lock up the door because I didn't want any disturbance. I could just kind of go in and be in that flow, in that I find it very, very relaxing to do makeup. So, yes. But if you haven't done, or if you think you're not good at it, just focus on one aspect of the feature. It doesn't have to be big. Just an eyeliner. Do an eyeliner every day for like 4 or 5 days. Yes, it'll be hard in the beginning, but your eye will get used to it. So then maybe next focus on your lips once you get comfortable with that. So start one feature at a time, one aspect of the feature. It doesn't have to be the the whole look. You don't have to do a whole eye makeup for your eyes to look good. Just an eyeliner. Then add a mascara. That's all you need. Do a cheek tint or a cheek like a liquid blush. It's not intense. Once you're comfortable with that, then you add more. Maybe a concealer, corrector. That's it. You don't have to do a full face of makeup.
Yes, I love those tips. And also, going back to wearing makeup every day, I
Mhm.
stopped. So I used to always
Mm.
do my face every day, and now when I'm like, okay, I don't have to be on camera, I don't have to
Mhm.
go out. I'm gonna give my face a nice breather and do like a nice peel or a mask and let
Mhm.
my face breathe a little bit, and it actually helps. And then sometimes I used to always say, oh, I have to look good for my husband every day. Now I don't
Mhm.
care. I'm just like, I need my face to be natural, and it's
Yeah.
okay. I just wear my glasses if I don't really want him to see my eyebrows.
I love that.
Yeah, and then yeah, no, because and then I do my makeup
Mhm.
on the days that I want to do my makeup. So
See,
yeah.
and then it becomes a little more special. It's like you're dressing up.
Yeah, like I'm dressing up. And I'm saving money too, because makeup is
Oh yeah,
expensive.
it is very expensive. Also, makeup has an expiry date. So it's not like you buy it once and it's there with you forever.
Right. Right. I think
So
we talked
it
about this
does
last
become
time.
really expensive. Yep.
Yes. Like I was like, oh my gosh, since we had spoken, I
Mhm.
looked back and I was tossing out all my old mascaras, like, oh, this is like maybe 2 years old, 3 years
Oh
old.
no.
I was like, what am I doing with this stuff? Gonna give me styes on in my
Mm.
eye.
No, we don't want eyelashes
Oh
falling
my
off.
goodness. Oh my goodness, that's scary. Oh my gosh, Michelle. So where can our listeners go ahead and connect with you and work with you?
Um, my website, it's michellemontesmakeup.com, and yeah, just fill out the contact form. And even if you have just a few questions, just fill out that form. I have a place you can ask your questions in, and I am more than happy to help out. Even if you're like, I don't think I want to deal with makeup, but I have this just one question, you can reach out. I mean, DM me on Instagram. Again, it's Michelle Montes Makeup is my handle, and I am more than happy to answer questions.
Beautiful. I will have everything in the show notes. But last question I always ask all my
Mhm.
guests, what does it mean to shine within, and how do you actually embody that into your own personal and professional life?
I feel I like peace. I don't like I don't like drama. So I'm like, live and let live is my big philosophy. You do you, I'll do me, and we're
Yes,
all good.
I love that. Yes. You do you, boo boo. There's a quote.
And with makeup also, I feel being patient with my clients. I've got clients who I don't do that with everybody, just my brides. Who would text me and like, I don't know what I'm doing. Do I need to do this? So being patient with your clients, because this is, if you're getting married, this is not something you're doing every day. And it's a lot of work getting married.
Yeah.
So I don't want to add to their stress. I want to be the safe space they can be in and hold that space for them. So I can just answer their questions calmly and not judge them or question them. It's just my opinion is this, if that feels right with you. That's all. So it's and again, for my branding clients, for my entrepreneurs who sit in my chair for their branding sessions, again, this is, it's not their comfort zone. They are good at their thing. So when they sit, I want to hold space for them. I want to bring in a calm energy so they can focus on what they are going to be doing. If I'm distracting them with my life story, unless they ask, but if I'm distracting them, they're not centering themselves. I'm a big believer in, going inwards so that then you can shine.
And I love that so much. Well, thank you so much, Michelle, for being on my show. It's always a pleasure and honor seeing and having you on. I just love to see you shine. You're shining for
Oh,
sure.
oh,
So keep doing what you're
you.
doing, girlfriend. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Yeah,
thanks,
so you're
Gina.
making everybody beautiful out there. Thank you.
Thank you.